Welcome, wrestling fans, to this WWE show review on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as we're reviewing Monday Night Raw from February 3rd, 2025 in Cleveland, Ohio. And this Monday Night Raw would be kicked off with main event Jey Uso. The 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner would get the crowd hyped up and yeeting their heads off as they were excited to see the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner there to kick off the show. And guys, they made him do a standing ovation of his theme music as everybody just kept yeet, 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 and yeeting everywhere to kick off Monday Night Raw. But guys, he would take off the glasses and things would get serious as we would see Jey Uso come to tears and going through all the emotions, saying he wants to thank everybody in the WWE universe and everyone who's helped him along the way to get to this spot where he didn't even think it would be possible for his single career to be able to get here at this point where he is now the Men's Royal Rumble winner. And main event Jey Uso will main event WrestleMania 41. Now with his singles career kicking off and him being one of the best baby faces in WWE, I really think he was the most deserving guy to win the Men's Royal Rumble match, and the crowd would agree. But then we would see Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion, come out to interrupt main event Jey Uso, and he would say how disappointed he was in this possible matchup between him and Jey, because he says, let's face it, Jey, you couldn't even lace up my boots. Such disrespect coming from the ring general. But it would not be all that he would say, as he would tell him if main event Jey Uso picks Gunther to face in the main event at WrestleMania, he promises to make life hell for him every single week until that match, and in that match, he promises to put him down like a sick dog. What disrespect coming from the ring general Gunther, as the World Heavyweight Champion would go to walk away. But Jey Uso would stop him, saying, hey, now I gave you time to talk, now you're gonna listen to me. I've been through a lot of people doubting me throughout my career, saying what I should do and what I can't do. But I'm gonna tell you this right now, main event Jey Uso is gonna show up to the main event at WrestleMania, and main event Jey Uso is walking out champion. Whoever Jey Uso chooses, it's gonna be one hell of a main event match at WrestleMania. And what a way to kick off Monday Night Raw, as it looks like Gunther may be a little intimidated by main event Jey Uso and all the love that he's getting from the WWE universe. But Gunther looks ready to take on Jey Uso, but Jey still has to make his decision on which champion he will choose to fight at the main event of WrestleMania 41. And guys, to kick off this show, I gotta give this grade an A. What a huge storyline here. Gunther still showing how good he is on the mic, and really, I love the standing ovation that Cleveland gave main event Jey Uso. And up next, we would have our first match on Monday Night Raw, as we would see Ludwig Kaiser go one-on-one with Penta, who eliminated him at the Men's Royal Rumble match in 6 seconds. That's right. So Kaiser was looking for a little bit of payback here, but Penta would be the one to get the victory here to stay undefeated on Monday Night Raw after a pretty competitive match. But then we would see Pete Dunne come out to interrupt an interview with Penta, but that would be just a distraction for Ludwig Kaiser to come in and sneak attack Penta, beating him down inside the ring and making a huge statement, with Pete Dunne just looking on from the entranceway. I wonder what this means going forward, but it looks like Ludwig Kaiser has made himself an enemy in Penta. And guys, I have to give this match a grade of a C. I thought it was a little sloppy, especially from Kaiser, who's actually been impressive the last few times we've seen him in the ring, but just wasn't in this matchup with Penta. Obviously, the first time they were working together, but I gotta give this match a C. And also, I'm interested to see if Penta's gonna have a storyline now with Pete Dunne or Ludwig Kaiser, or possibly both going forward. Then next, we see backstage the Judgment Day in their locker room when Finn Balor would walk in and start complaining over what's been going on with the Judgment Day over the last few weeks since he has been gone after that brutal street fight match with Damian Priest just a few weeks ago. And he turns to Dominic Mysterio, asking him why he took his opportunity and his title shot for the World Tag Team titles with JD McDonough, and also got his partner JD McDonough hurt in the process. Maybe we need to get you a babysitter, Dominic, says Finn Balor. And then we would see Liv Morgan and Carlito have to separate these two, when Liv Morgan would remind Finn Balor that it was the War Raiders who injured JD McDonough, not not Dominic, and that Dominic was the one who got Finn Balor an Elimination Chamber qualifying match next week on Monday Night Raw. And Finn would look perplexed going, Dominic did that? And Dominic said, of course, man, we're family. That's what I do. And then that's when Finn would change his attitude when Liv would remind him that, don't worry, Finn, we're going to listen to you from now on since you're back, but I got to get ready for my Elimination Chamber qualifying match against Io Sky. And guys, I got a question for you, something a little bit different here after this segment. Instead of giving you a grade, I want to know, do you guys think that the Judgment Day faction will stay together much longer, or will the cracks continue to show here in this faction going forward? I'm not sure, but I love JD McDonough, and I also love Finn Balor and them as a tag team, but also love what Dominic Mysterio's been able to do in this heel run for him, and Liv Morgan, without a doubt. Her and Raquel are definitely a team to be reckoned with going forward, but let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Judgment Day going forward. Will they break up, or will they stay together as a faction going forward? Then guys, next up on Monday Night Raw, we would then see Charlotte Flair as the Queen returns to Monday Night Raw as the new 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner, the first ever two-time champion in the Women's Royal Rumble match, and she would be welcomed with the mix of cheers and boos from the crowd. This was very interesting to see, guys, as we would see Charlotte Flair talk about how much she missed every month and missed being in the ring here in WWE, as she thought maybe she wouldn't make it back after dealing with a knee injury that kept her out over a year out of action in WWE. And with the mixed crowd review here on Monday Night Raw, we would see Charlotte Flair soon turn right back into that heel Flair that we know so well, really giving it right back to the WWE Universe, saying, you have no idea and you do not understand what I went through. But then she would be interrupted by the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley, and she would come out telling Charlotte Flair that she respects her, and that to remember that they've had this go around before in the main event at WrestleMania, and she has defeated Charlotte Flair. But Charlotte was also pretty quick to remind Rhea Ripley that she also has defeated Rhea Ripley in the main event at WrestleMania before. But Rhea Ripley was quick to remind Charlotte Flair that this is her show, and that the way that Charlotte Flair is talking to her right now, she clearly does not respect her. So she's begging Charlotte to pick Rhea Ripley for the main event at WrestleMania so she can beat the respect into her. And oh man, Charlotte would respond in typical Queen fashion, saying that she's gonna go to NXT and check out the NXT Women's Champion and Friday Night SmackDown to check out the WWE Women's Champion as well, to see which champion inspires her, as she plans on taking her time before she makes her decision on who she will face in the main event at WrestleMania 41. And guys, in this segment, I gotta give it a solid B. I really do think that seeing the potential of Rhea Ripley going up against Charlotte Flair again in the main event at WrestleMania could be very tempting, a very, very good match. I hope the WWE Universe isn't bored of that particular matchup, but it would also be nice to see Charlotte Flair for the first time ever win the Women's World title. That would be really, really cool, but we'll have to wait and see who Charlotte Flair picks, but I definitely have to give this segment a solid B. Then guys, next up on Monday Night Raw, we would see a backstage interview with Sami Zayn. And guys, Sami's been in a lot of controversy over the last few weeks of Monday Night Raw, and we also seen him eliminated from the Royal Rumble after being next to Kevin Owens, who was taken out by Cody Rhodes in that ladder match. But then we would see Sami Zayn talked about the Royal Rumble and how that dream has come to an end, and now he has to focus immediately on this Elimination Chamber qualifying match that he has tonight on Monday Night Raw versus CM Punk. And this is going to be one hell of a match on Monday Night Raw. But after this interview, we would see Sami Zayn cut the interview short to go thank main event Jey Uso, giving him a big hug and saying, man, no, you deserve this, brother, after Jey Uso was trying to apologize for eliminating Sami Zayn from the Royal Rumble with a super kick, saying it wasn't meant for you, brah. But that's when we would see Sami hug it out with them, saying, nah, look, man, you put in the work and you definitely deserve this, man, and I can't wait to see you in the main event at WrestleMania. And when Jey Uso walks off, Karrion Kross would come out of the shadows after he's been stalking Sami Zayn over the last few weeks, saying, isn't that so sweet, you wishing him luck. Hey, Sam, Sammy, I gotta ask you, what's it like watching everybody else live out your dreams? And that's when Sami Zayn would be like, hey, Cross, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, but if you keep coming around me, we're gonna have a problem. And Karrion Kross would respond by saying, well, I'm not trying to be a problem, but I can if I wanted to be. And oh man, what are we gonna see going forward here with Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross? It seems like Karrion Kross now has this ploy or plan in the background after he's been stalking Sami Zayn over the last few weeks, but we'll have to wait and see. And guys, instead of giving a grade to this segment, I got a question for you guys, and I want to know in the comments. Do you guys think Karrion Kross is up to no good and has an evil plan to possibly go after and attack Sami Zayn? Or what's he trying to do? What's his ploy here? I want to know what you guys think in the WWE Universe in the comments. Let me know. Next on Raw, we would see the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley running to Io Sky, who has an opportunity to possibly main event WrestleMania in this Elimination Chamber qualifying match against Liv Morgan. So she would tell Rhea Ripley, maybe I'll see you in the main event at WrestleMania. But then out of nowhere, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez would attack Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, knocking them out before security separated them. And man, this is a tough blow, as it looks like Io Sky would be injured before their matchup with Liv Morgan later on Raw. Then next up after this, guys, we would have our next match of the day, as we would see the New Day versus LWO in this tag team matchup, as we would see Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio put on their talents against Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. And guys, we would see an incredible back and forth matchup in this one, but about halfway through, Logan Paul, the Maverick, would come out and interrupt, providing a distraction that the New Day would take advantage of. But LWO would fight right back until Logan Paul would get involved in the match. And because of that, the New Day would get the victory in this one over LWO. And Rey Mysterio is pissed because he actually has an Elimination Chamber qualifying match next week against Logan Paul. So now Logan's trying to get in the head of Rey Mysterio here with this interference, and the New Day gets the victory. And guys, I'm giving this match a grade of a C. I thought it was a little sloppy at first. You see, the New Day aren't really working very well in the ring like they normally do, but it got better as the match went on. I thought the interference from Logan Paul was pretty cool for the storyline, but definitely looked like it was a little bit boring through this match for the most part. So that's why I'm giving this grade of a C, but I definitely like New Day in the ring with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. That's a very competitive match, and I can't wait to see next week not only who's messing with the New Day still, but also this match between Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. But I give this match here a grade of a C. Then guys, next up we have our next match on Monday Night Raw, and we would see Liv Morgan go one-on-one with Io Sky in an Elimination Chamber qualifying match. And of course, Io Sky would come into this matchup limping a little after the attack from Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on her and Rhea Ripley earlier in the night. And in this matchup though, Io Sky would put up one hell of a fight, as we've seen both of these ladies show off their athleticism and wrestling ability inside the square circle, but Liv Morgan would get the victory by disqualification. Guys, that's right. We would see Rhea Ripley, the Women's World Champion, come out to try to help out her friend Io Sky after Raquel Rodriguez was trying to get involved in this matchup multiple times. And after Rhea Ripley got involved, beating down Raquel Rodriguez, Liv Morgan would then grab Rhea Ripley, and that's when Ripley would hit Liv Morgan, causing the disqualification. That means Io Sky loses, and she is livid. She is pissed off at Rhea Ripley inside the ring and cannot believe that her friend did this to her. And Rhea Ripley is there shaking her head, saying, Liv, you want to play dirty? Are you kidding me? But guys, in this match, I got to give this grade a solid B. I thought Io Sky and Liv Morgan, we got to see these two face each other inside the ring way more often. I thought they put on one hell of a match. I mean, to me, maybe even the match of the night here on Monday Night Raw, as Liv Morgan and Io Sky definitely showed off their wrestling ability and why they're two of the best women superstars right now in the WWE, especially with their in-ring ability. And even with Io Sky limping around everywhere, it was still a pretty good competitive back and forth match. We even seen Liv Morgan get busted open a little bit in this one. So really good match. I give it a solid B grade here for this one. Then guys, next up on this Monday Night Raw, we would see the War Raiders being interviewed backstage before the the World Tag Team Champs were interrupted by American Made, where we seen Chad Gable lay down a decree saying that the Creed brothers are going to be the next #1 contenders coming for those World Tag Team titles, and that Ivy Nile is also going to be the next Women's Intercontinental Champions. And that's when we would see the War Raiders go, okay, you want a shot? Well, just be prepared for war when you go up against us. And Chad Gable then by himself would tell American Made to make sure they get the job done, because Chad Gable's on a quest to go study the dark arts and try to beat these luchadors that he's had a problem with over the past few weeks. And I can't wait to see how this storyline turns out. But man, the Creed brothers possibly facing the War Raiders in the tag team division is definitely an interesting matchup. And also Ivy Nile going up against Lila Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship definitely looks like a very good matchup as well. So guys, here's my question after this segment. Do you guys really think that Chad Gable can learn these dark arts and come back better and finally win a singles championship? Let me know in the chat. And I also want to know, do you guys believe American Made can come out of this with championship gold, including the Creed brothers for the World Tag Team titles? And what about Ivy Nile for the Women's Intercontinental Championship? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Then guys, next up here on Monday Night Raw, we would see an interview from General Manager Adam Pearce in his office backstage, as he would tell us about the newest member of Monday Night Raw, which is AJ Styles, after he made his return at the 2025 Royal Rumble. But this interview would be interrupted by the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker, who's a little bit ticked off with Adam Pearce saying, what's the plans here going forward for the Intercontinental Champion? Because it doesn't seem like I'm getting the proper attention around here that a champion should get. So can we have a little one-on-one business talk here, Adam Pearce? Please? And that's when Adam Pearce and Braun Breaker would walk off to talk business. So guys, my question for you after this segment, do you believe AJ Styles is a good addition to Monday Night Raw? Let me know in the comments. And also, do you guys believe that Braun Breaker is going to have a bang up storyline heading into Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania? Let me know what you guys think about Braun Breaker going forward in the comments as well. Then guys, next up on Monday Night Raw, we would have Seth freaking Rollins as he makes his way down to the ring to address the crowd in the WWE Universe and congratulates main event Jey Uso on winning the Royal Rumble, saying he's glad to see people get what they deserve, including Roman Reigns and CM Punk, making fun of Punk at the fact that he got eliminated by Logan Paul, and also telling the WWE Universe that they're not going to like to hear this, but that he was the one who injured and took out Roman Reigns after the Royal Rumble, delivering 2 big stomps to the back of the head of the original Tribal Chief. And he says, don't believe all the rumors or what WWE doesn't want to tell you. Roman Reigns is out with injury because of me and what I did to him. And then that's when we would see Rollins welcome out Sami Zayn to the ring, and he would pump up Sami Zayn, saying, Sami, you are the one that can do this. You're the one that can get it done and finally crush the dreams of CM Punk forever. Just crush those main event WrestleMania dreams, Sami. I believe in you. You can do it. You were meant for this moment. Beat him, Sami. And that's when CM Punk would come out to the ring for their match, when he would definitely have to cross paths with Seth Rollins, and these two would start fighting it out before referees and security separate them before this went into a brawl. But then we would see our main event match of the evening, as we would see CM Punk going one-on-one with Sami Zayn in an Elimination Chamber qualifying matchup. And guys, Sami Zayn would put up one hell of a fight in this match, and CM Punk had to pull out all the tricks and everything in his arsenal against Sami Zayn, but CM Punk would get the victory here in this matchup. Another tough loss for Sami Zayn. But guys, as far as the grade here for this match, I have to give it an A. Seeing CM Punk and Sami Zayn in the ring, I believe for the first time that I've seen these two face each other, going up against each other, not as teammates, was a really good competitive match. But also, the promo before this match with Seth freaking Rollins pumping up Sami Zayn and also just continuing to diss CM Punk, but also we could maybe see Seth freaking Rollins possibly going after Roman Reigns as we're on the road to WrestleMania. That could be a possible matchup, but I can't wait to see what possibilities come out of this promo, especially with CM Punk and Seth Rollins fighting again. Oh man, that was epic. So I definitely give the promo a solid A grade, and I give the match a solid A grade as well. What a way to end Monday Night Raw. But guys, after the match, after Sami Zayn put up one hell of a fight, pushing CM Punk to his limit, Punk would show a sign of respect, putting out his hand and shaking the hand of Sami Zayn. What a good sign of respect from CM Punk. But guys, shortly after this, we would see Kevin Owens attack Sami Zayn, a brutal beatdown after Owens was destroyed and beaten and battered and bruised at the Royal Rumble in that ladder match with Cody Rhodes. But Sami Zayn was the one right by KO's side. He actually had him and helped him out of the arena into the backstage area. So to see this happening is a bit of a shock to everybody, but we should have maybe seen this coming. But guys, Kevin Owens delivers another pile driver, injuring the neck of Sami Zayn, knocking him out cold before security had to come and get Kevin Owens out of there. And even though Kevin Owens limps out of there, he delivers a big statement with this brutal attack on Sami Zayn. And guys, I gotta end this with the question: do you believe we are gonna see a possible Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens main event or possible WrestleMania match, or maybe even one of the matches at the Elimination Chamber? Let me know in the comments, guys. And this has been your WWE show review on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and like and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show, this sports entertainment, football loving, WWE flaunting YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Please make sure you guys hit me up in the comments to answer the questions throughout this WWE show review, and let me know what you guys thought of this one here on Tim Reynolds Show. I appreciate all my subscribers and all the support from not only all the wrestling fans and everyone in the WWE universe, but everyone who likes and subscribes to Tim Reynolds Show. Peace out, everybody.